This week will see the 2-year anniversary of October 7th, 2023, when Hamas's surprise attack triggered a war that has transformed Gaza, Israel, and the entire region. What began as a campaign to restore Israeli deterrence has spiraled into something much larger: the devastation of Gaza, the erosion of Israel's international credibility, unprecedented charges of genocide, and even direct clashes with Iran. For Israel, the war has been framed as an existential struggle. For Palestinians, it has meant death, famine, and displacement on a scale unseen in decades. For the West, it has been a brutal mirror, exposing hypocrisies, shredding the myth of a rules-based order, and showing how far governments will go to defend a state accused of atrocities. As the conflict enters its 3rd year, the question is no longer simply about Gaza. It is about whether Israel is using this moment to pursue its long-standing dream of a greater Israel, and whether the region itself is being remade around it. Today, Gaza lies in ruins. Famine has been weaponized, genocide charged, and Israel's credibility shattered. Yet Israel is stronger militarily, more unapologetic politically, and more ambitious regionally. The West, meanwhile, has seen its values gutted by its own contradictions. Free speech, protest, and international law were not defeated by rival ideologies. They were sacrificed to defend an ally at any cost. A new Middle East is emerging, built on expansion, occupation, and survival of the fittest. Israel, with American cover, stands at its center. The sacred cows of the old order are dead. The question now is what, if anything, will rise in their place. The latest U.S. government shutdown began at midnight on October 1st, as the U.S. Congress failed to pass a stopgap funding measure. This is now the 15th U.S. government shutdown since 1981. It is the 3rd under President Donald Trump across his 2 terms, and the first in almost 7 years. Federal workers were ordered not to work, while others, such as troops and Border Patrol agents, were ordered to work without pay. The Department of Veterans Affairs said it would provide burials at national cemeteries, but would not erect headstones or mow the grass. Trump has threatened to use the shutdown to extend a purge of the U.S. civil service that is already on track to push out some 300,000 workers. Democrats are demanding that a stopgap bill include an extension of Affordable Care Act premium subsidies and a reversal of Medicaid funding cuts, conditions Republicans have rejected. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that about 750,000 employees will be furloughed at a cost per day of $400 million in lost compensation during the current shutdown. Trump has threatened to use the shutdown to fire federal workers permanently en masse. It has now been a week since an agreement was reached between U.S. President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on a ceasefire in Gaza. The agreement called for all the usual terms that Hamas had previously asked for: a permanent ceasefire, the release of all remaining prisoners, a gradual Israeli withdrawal from all of the Gaza Strip following the ceasefire, as well as no annexation or occupation of parts of Gaza by Israel, and no annexation of the West Bank. Changes had been made in the original ceasefire proposal that Arab and Muslim countries had worked out with Trump in favor of Israel. Netanyahu was able to secure key changes to the proposal during a meeting with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff. The changes were related to 2 of the most sensitive issues in the negotiations: the disarmament of Hamas and Israel's withdrawal from Gaza. The new proposal ties Israel's phased withdrawal from territory to the demilitarization of Gaza and the ability of an international force to take over the land. Both Trump and Netanyahu framed the proposal as a final offer that must be accepted, or Israel will finish the job in Gaza. Trump has also made clear he's willing to continue backing the genocidal war if an agreement isn't reached. Within days, Netanyahu was already walking back on the plan, including a clause that says Israel will not occupy Gaza and its military will withdraw completely. He said the army will remain in most of Gaza.